Here are 121 pieces of Bloons lore. Gadgeteer Geraldo's mechanical rabbits are named Rivet, Chew, Crank, and Cogs. Brickle, Pat, the Submarine, and Buccaneer are all very excited for the Mermonkey to come to BTD6. They can't wait to have more water friends. As for Rosalia, the upcoming jetpack hero, Etienne, Benjamin, and the engineer can't wait for everyone to meet her and check out her new tech. Speaking of Benjamin, he doesn't use a common operating system like Windows. Instead, he built his own original one, saying it's exactly what he wants without all the stuff he doesn't like. Sai has cloudy, glazed over eyes that make it seem like their vision is impaired, but Ninja Kiwi assures us that this isn't the case, at least to not any degree that their inner vision doesn't more than make up for it. Spending that much time in meditation and learning to look inward may have caused physical changes to their iris and pupil. We know that the monkeys are aware of us players, but what about the Bloons? Well, if they are aware, they don't seem to care. They only want to get to the end of the track. Having met in the Naval Academy and spending a lot of time together, the captains of the Nautic Siege Corps and Navarch of the Seas consider each other great friends. Now that there's a second water paragon, a slight change has been made to the Navarch of the Seas. The Navarch is the greatest thing that only floats on water, while the Nautic Siege Corps is the greatest thing that floats on and under the water. Admiral Brickle has been on many ships, but she finally decided on her awesome destroyer and named it the Bloon Venge. As for Commander Cassie from Bloons Adventure Time TD, she named her boat the SS000, or SSOOO. I'm not sure.
Or as I like to call it, the SS.
Gwendolyn was very flattered from the love letter she received from her secret admirer. They've had some private talks and their friendship hasn't changed. The in-universe difference between Cash and Monkey Money is that Cash is used on a per-match basis to help funding that particular fight. Monkey Money is used as a part of the global monkonomy to keep the world turning. As Sai is still a kid, homework is very important to them. It's a part of their journey towards enlightenment as homework helps expand their knowledge. Pat Fusty keeps getting elected for office, but he always politely declines as he wants to make sure he's doing his part on the front line. Inside the underwater part of the Nautic Siege Corps is a highly advanced command and control room filled with many capable monkeys. I wonder if that's where all the sacrificed monkeys go to. If all the bosses fought each other, it'd be a toss-up for who would win. But Ninja Kiwi said they'd bet on Dreadbloon. I'd take Lich though. When the confetti pop effects explode out of a camo balloon, the monkeys that can't see camos just see a sudden burst of confetti out of nowhere. Adora does not like cats. She likes anything willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, and they aren't up for that. All of Geraldo's store items are in his backpack, so that begs the question, what does his mule carry? Simple. It carries him and all of his cosplay gear. There are no other known threats in the Monkeyverse outside of the Bloons. At least none that the MIB is willing to share with us. Ben and Jericho are great friends. Although they worked in different departments back in the day, they would always grab lunch together when they were both in the office. The reason we hear heroes speak and not normal monkeys is because normal ones get a bit of stage fright when public speaking. The reason the Nautic Siege Corps doesn't tip over is because it has unparalleled stability in the water due to a series of connected ballast tanks. It needs these because it's so tall. While it may not look like it, the glass uncovered garden is actually quite high. So high that the Mortar Monkey's shells don't go above or through the glass. Seeing a paragon in public is about as common as seeing a celebrity when you're out and about. The tallest tower in the Monkeyverse is said to be the Tower of Babelbloon, built to reach the sky. So far, it hasn't been discovered. Dread Pirate Brickle came across this rumor on her hunt for the Bloon pieces of 8. The monkeys have multiple teams for looking into paragons for each tower, but once one team makes a breakthrough, all other teams join in to help it get developed. We would like to think that Benjamin is focused on the Bloons when out on the field, but a little bit of Bloon Sweeper never hurt anyone in between the rounds. Speaking of Ben, even though he never does any damage to the Bloons, he's not a pacifist. He just doesn't like getting physical. Instead, he prefers to use his brains and skills to help in the best way he can. Besides FaZe, nothing else has come through the Chaos Rift yet. The scientists are watching very carefully while analyzing all the strange readings. No monkeys have tried to enter Chaos Rifts either. All interactions are being closely guarded as they're not ready to risk any monkeys at this stage. The leading theory is that golden Bloons are rubber to golded Bloons that never got popped. Monkey teams are a way to improve intra-team coordination and cooperation, but they do like to have a little fun with it. The beast handlers are able to use dinosaurs because they aren't extinct in the Blooniverse like they are here. The engineer had a short-lived ghost hunting show, but they gave up after realizing how scary it was. I vote that we get a Ghostbusters themed engineer skin in the future, maybe for Halloween. The heroes have such different tastes in music, but they all agree on one song being great for popping the Bloon menace: Bohemian Popsody. The monkeys have yet to find a safe way to land on other planets, but they are hard at work looking for a solution. So currently, they have their planet and the moon to work with. The spellcasting monkeys compete for who is the greatest wizard. This is televised on ESPN 8, the Ocho, where they have a competition for everything. In the Monkeyverse, magic is so normal that it's just as much a part of life as bananas and dirt. All monkeys love pizza, and plenty of them enjoy pineapple as a topping. Some more exotic toppings though are fried banana peel, corn flakes, and edible glitter. I wonder if their poop would sparkle with edible glitter. The MIB used to have plenty of classified documents, but once the Apex Plasma Master was revealed to the Monkeyverse, the MIB released all non-top secret information to the public, only keeping the secrets to the fusion process hidden so the Bloons don't find out. If the Bloons did find out, it'd be called a Bloonagon. We're unsure what a Bloon Paragon would look like, but a pink, camo lead, and black Bloon fusion would likely look like a DDT. If you ask a glue gunner too many questions about the top secret project adhesive, they might stick you with some temporary glue, giving them time to run away. Baby monkeys watch Bloony Tunes every Saturday morning. When asked what it's like using a wall of fire, a wizard monkey responded with this image. Every monkey can contribute to making the cool descriptions for each tower and their upgrades. It's like a big potluck. Everyone brings a plate and sits around coming up with the best descriptions. A new update in BTD 6 feels like a scientific discovery to the monkeys. Once thoroughly tested, new discoveries, technology, and magics are given to the frontline monkeys to aid in their fight. Pat doesn't mind that his pond is always a battleground. He can still relax when the Bloons stop attacking, and he likes being involved whenever there's action. Corvus doesn't like to talk about work in his free time. He'd much rather have a snack or work on his hobbies. That's why most of the information we get on him are speculations from other monkeys. Speaking of Corvus, he has a terrifying Necron army in Warhammer 40k. Reanimated Bloons by the Necromancer or Prince of Darkness don't feel anything, so you don't have to worry about them being mad, sad, or in pain. A small dart monkey becomes a big super monkey when they put on the cape. So when a super monkey removes their cape, it means they go back to their original shape and size. That's not always small though. There has been one banana flavored food that most monkeys agree wasn't a good idea, and it was a banana flavored banana. The test monkeys didn't like the vibe. Too much banana in one peel. All monkeys have their likes and dislikes, but since Geraldo has been on the scene, pickles have become a favorite among most monkeys. The Bloons are always up to something, but currently the MIB is not aware of anything bigger or badder than new boss Bloons being cooked up. Have you ever wondered why super monkeys throw darts instead of boomerangs? We could have saved like 35 grand on a permacharge. Well, super monkeys are always testing out new options, but they're most comfortable with darts as they have excellent speed and precision with them. Churchill loves going to cosplay conventions and showing off his Sentai suit. He's very crafty and enjoys taking photos with all the little monkeys. Dragon Bloon Z is a classic after-school show for the monkeys. Heroes on the hunt for the fabled Dragon Bloons. Engineers all work to make the Blooniverse a better place. They don't like hoarding patents or hiding blueprints as it makes the fight harder. The monkeys are aware of Ninja Kiwi. When interviewed, a monkey said they're, quote, some weird overworldly beings, quite friendly though. They seem to want to help fight the Bloons, so we welcome them with open arms. The VTSG was an accidental discovery. It just happened. Also, some seem to be confused about the VTSG. It's not evil, just vengeful. Ben has every game on Steam, including BTD 6. In it, he loves to build lots and lots of banks. Unlike monkeys, the Bloons don't get promoted to different levels. At least not to our knowledge. After polling the heroes for which hero thinks they're much stronger than they actually are, Quincy got 14 votes and Benjamin got 1. Adora is not a god. She's just very devout in the sun god's ways and loves channeling that energy into the fight against the Bloons. There has been much discussion on why the Bloons are so strict with their paths, but no one is quite sure why they do it. All the monkeys know is that it makes it much easier to set up their defenses when they know exactly where their enemy will be going. Biker Bone's fury is unmatched, outshining even the sun gods in Avatar of Wrath's Rage. We know that there's a sun god, meaning it's very possible we'll discover a moon god someday. The beast handler has many more trained animals than the 3 paths you see in battle. Heroes look up to people too. Quincy loves Robin Hood, Gwen looks up to Pyro from TF2, and Pat thinks everyone has something to admire. Sada has been teaching Ben how to get better at Beat Saber. It's a part of his journey to get great at every game. Archie doesn't help build infrastructure on harder maps because his hands are full adding cool new features and props in the map editor. Ben is always trying to get his hands on classified documents from the MIB. This isn't treason though, it's just genuine curiosity. Specialized training is extremely time consuming, and the trainers at HQ boiled it down to the most helpful archetypes to win the war. That's why the monkeys are limited to their 3 paths. Beast handlers keep their creatures free range. It's great for their health. We're not really sure what happens to monkeys when they disappear to paragons, temples, or abilities. Translating sacrifice from Old Monklish might not be entirely accurate either. We know there are parallel dimensions and universe hopping from Bloons Adventure Time TD, so it could be that there is nothing to mourn, just monkeys to miss until they come back. For now though, the monkeys celebrate in their honor when others get sacrificed. It may seem weird that the number of pops affects a paragon's power, but it's the experience that the sacrifice monkeys have that makes this happen. Most engineers went to MIT, the Monkey Institute of Technology. It's a world-class school, and plenty of these monkeys go on to change the Blooniverse with their innovation and drive. Archie visits battlefields after the battle takes place. He's more of a creative type than a fighter, though he can certainly handle himself if the situation arises. Some mob glue monkeys keep on their suits even when they're not using their glue guns. They're trying to make full cover suits the next hot fashion item. Quincy started out as a dart monkey. He just never missed, so he got extra training and eventually became a hero. Do balloons have hearts, and can they feel love? Well, we've all seen a regrow red, and you can't get much more heart than that. But as for emotions, the balloons tend to feel a bit deflated. The skiers on Alpine Run are skiing on the other side of the mountain. They avoid this side as it's a combat zone. We've never seen balloons having pets, but this could be because they travel so much. When it comes to Minecraft, Benjamin is an absolute whiz at redstone, Adora can make stunning natural-like terrain, and Pat Fusty is the leading PvP Minecrafter of the heroes. Quincy loves picking up sweet treats so he can slip them to his secret crush. There are heaps of weird food combinations that the monkeys have come up with. Banana, blueberries, milk chocolate, white chocolate, and custard is a favorite though. The MIB has a working theory that the dark portal on Midnight Mansion was caused by a portal system test being done by the balloons. We think the precursor of transforming tonic was discovered by an alchemist accidentally giving a monkey an unstable concoction potion instead of a berserker brew. The MIB just ended the debate for which came first. The egg was laid by a creature that was not a chicken. Banana farms don't grow faster when placed by water because overhydrating can cause problems with crop yield. Dartling gunners experience little to no recoil when firing their guns because engineers included some high-tech inertia dampening. That, and they have really strong forearms. The ball frog pet is a literal demon. It's good to know that at least some demons are on the monkey's side. The Prince of Darkness's skull is probably a mask. Hopefully. Otherwise, that's really scary. Balloons don't send out bosses in regular games because they're kind of like generals. Bosses prefer not to join in random skirmishes, but instead plan out larger attacks. Bookworm Etienne's outfit is the coziest of all monkeys. Pat has been itching to get his hands on a blanket like that. The reason monkeys could shoot through buildings in BTD 5 and not 6 is because Archie revamped the building's codes and regulations. The reaction to this by the monkeys was 50% aw dang and 50% yay safer building. Gwen has been known to under-exaggerate the size of certain fires that popped up out of nowhere. A large bonfire would be called small by Gwendolyn. Bloonarius' slime won't be coming to his actual boss event because Ninja Kiwi feels like Bloonarius is a perfect introductory boss because he's so simple. That doesn't mean they won't find more uses for it though if people are having fun with it. When asked about being caught up in the action but not attacking, the banana farmer said farming is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of any monkey. The in-universe explanation for when monkeys upgrade is practice, dedication, and learning new talents and skills with new tools. The most awkward moment here ever have is when they get their chance on the field and don't pop any balloons. Nothing is worse than that. All the ingredients in the glue gunner's glue is sustainably farmed, although tons of tech and research went into finding the exact synthesization process to get it right. The local milkshake bar is a favorite place for monkeys to decompress after battle. There are so many flavors, it's hard to not have a great time there. You can even ask for the Fusty Special, which we think is just all the flavored syrups mixed together in a big cup with no milk. Being the gamer that he is, Ben asked the alchemist to brew up a special energy drink concoction just for him. Gwen tried this gamer fuel once. She said she felt like energy drink Hammy from Over the Hedge. As far as we can tell, ceramics have a special coating that keeps them at a reasonable temperature. This keeps them comfortable when they're under so many layers like when they're inside a bad. Sushi is Brickle's favorite seafood. Unless you're on his good side, the glue rat should scare you. Other than the Bloon War, the monkey society has been thriving for generations. The reason behind the modifiers on boss events are that bosses are trying new strategies to beat the balloons, while monkeys are practicing limited supplies and options for those dire moments when it'll come in clutch. Archmages tend to dip their toes in all schools of magic. That's why they have Dragon's Breath and Shimmer. There is a monkey space program. The brave monkstronauts of the Monkey Outer Orbit Navigation Service are training and working hard to discover new planets and galaxies. Pat always gives out hugs to those that want them, and Sai is always pestering him for more. To the monkeys, different targeting priorities feel like they're aiming at the best spot to assure victory. Make sure you're on the right targeting priority, otherwise they might get upset. Before the balloons, the monkeys lived in a peaceful world with no battles. Though, the monkeys quickly adapted and figured out how to thrive while also keeping the balloons at bay. Ezili has seen the inside of Corvus's spellbook. He's happy to show off his incantations to a fellow practitioner as long as the book lets him. Monkeys love the different styles and strategies each hero brings to the table. They keep it fresh. While fighting the balloons is Pat's primary job, he's also an expert turkey hand painter and loves to volunteer when he can. The only time the monkeys get shooketh is when they see the legendary Regrow Camo Fortified Red Balloon. But that was 121 pieces of Bloons lore. If you want to see way more, click this video right here.